Okay, you don't have the weapons. Okay, so okay, okay, so okay, let's see. Okay, so your helmet, how much materials do you have left? Your helmet, so God DH is the strafe is just to cast stuff. Okay, so you don't actually gain damage from strafe itself. You want to change this to crit hit chance. So go to this person here, go to this person here, and then change the helmet to crit hit chance. Because strafe is just a like what's the word I want to use? I'm trying to think of the word because you don't have enough. Yeah. So and then you mix in a lot of different things on your yeah. So you'll need to get more materials. But so let me just let me just go through it, and then you need to farm for materials first on the Torment 16, okay? But you need to have crit hit chance on your helmet. Your chest piece, you're not using Rain of Vengeance, so you want to go percent life or all resist here, okay? So let me see your health. Oh, just gonna facilitate this in case. Um, your health pool is 600 something, so you want 15% life. Okay, so you want 15% life. So the helmet you want crit hit chance, uh, chest piece you want 15% life. Your belt is fine for now, but it's it's 166%, so that will uh come in later. Um, your pants, although it's ancient, you haven't worked on it yet. What you want to do is change the regenerate. Okay, that's good. So your cooldown's good for vengeance. But then, you know, the problem with now is that you need a dawn because vengeance uptime is so short. So you will need a dawn at some point because dawn helps with vengeance on the god DH. So even if you have a dawn in the cube, you need to have a dawn in the cube, and then the ninth series satchel will go to your go to your offhand instead. Okay, so you you if you're playing a two-handed bow version, you have to have the right offhand, the quiver equipped. So you always want to have multiple offhands for different builds, especially if you're using a two-handed bow. You can play Yang's recurve for God DH, no problem. You just have to have the quiver on you equipped on you, and then the dawn in the cube instead. So you reverse it. Now, when you're pushing, however, you want the setup that I have, or at least one of the different versions until you get those weapons. Okay, so back to the pants. So what you need to do for the pants is regenerate to Hungering Arrow if you want more damage. If you're dying, then you want Vitality. But ultimately, what you want on the pair of pants, I have different versions of pants I can show you. Let's see. This is the other. Well, I guess I kept all the good ones. I didn't keep the. I didn't keep the version that I would be able to show you. But for example, um, this version is the all res version as well. But let's say I don't need the all res. Let's say I don't need the all res, then it would be Hungering Arrow. So you want on your pair of pants, you want dexterity and vitality and hungering arrow. So you need any of the three lines. So if you want more damage, it's hungering arrow because the god DH plays with hungering arrow. Okay. So pants is hungering arrow from the regenerate 7,000. So you change 7,000 regenerate life per second to hungering arrow. The boots, now that you understand that strafe is not the actual damage dealer, it's the hungering arrows that you uh hit. So eventually you want a version of all resist. Okay. So let's get some, yeah, we can get you some materials. Yeah, see, you need you need more you need more you might as well play Marauder if you have Marauder stuff, because otherwise you just keep dying. Calamity. How many reusable parts do you have? The white materials? I'm not gonna ask you to craft. Okay, you have 5k. Okay, so what I want you to do later is collect as many yellow items as you can and then convert it in the cube. Okay. Do you know how to do that? It's like page 7 or 8. Okay. Yeah, so pick up yellows and then convert from reusable parts. Now we don't need that speed. It's gonna make it worse. I mean, you can pick it up if you want, but it's only gonna make it worse. Because in this build, I mean, if you're using the bow, the speed doesn't hurt as bad. But if you're not using the Yang's recurve bow, it's gonna drain your resources. Uh, Click the gold chests. Check your map. All right, pick up some of these yellows and convert them. Yeah. So we need to fix your I mean, whatever pieces that you have, we need to fix it. So convert them on like page 7 or whatever it is. focus. Let's see. Let's look at your. See what your case is necklace. All right, so the helmet you want. So the helmet you want critical hit chance. So pick the first critical hit chance you can. All right, nice. Nice, very nice. Chest piece, you want 15% life. So whatever life percent you get, just take it. And then the shoulders, you want cooldown. Nice. Okay. Shoulders, you want cooldown. Okay, nice, nice. So shoulders, you want, yeah, 6 is okay for now. You have really nice gloves. Oh, 8 as well. Wow. Okay, nice. Pants, you want regenerate to 15, well, hungering arrow. So very nice. You're getting very lucky on those rolls, by the way. So yeah, so you want regenerate to hungering for damage. So just pick the first. Okay, 12 is good. Um, yeah. And then on your, okay, wow, you're getting those really quickly. Okay, so how many materials do you have left? The crystals? And then I also want to ask you, how many Imperial gems do you have? Because I think you need Imperial emeralds or something. You have 1600 Imperial emeralds? Okay. So, or you mean 1600 crystals? Um, the reason why I ask that is because your focus ring and your restraint, they're really nice, but then you augmented strength first of all. Okay, so what you want to do is um oh, your 13 crystals. Okay, so your focus ring change to crit hit chance. Just try like 3 times. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So try to change it a few times and see if you get crit hit chance. Because without critical hit chance, you don't get much damage. So the crit hit damage comes from chance. So you want chance first. Until you get more than 50% critical hit chance, then you start working on critical hit damage. So both your rings need critical hit chance. So it'll take, you know, it probably won't give you too much more. So you need more gems. Yeah, 4.5. Yeah, so you fixed that already. So restraint, yeah, you can stop on the restraint. And then the focus, for example. So this should help you a bit. So far in the drops just now, it's still shitty. So we didn't get anything. we didn't really get anything, in the rift. Nice. Very nice. So this should help you with some damage already. Okay. So so having this 6% up in the helmet and 6% in the restraint, that should give you more damage already. Okay, and then your hungering arrow, yeah, yeah. So we just need to get you the. So how many keys do you have outside of the ones that we just got? How many keys do you have? 78. Okay. All right. So let's do a few. Yeah. So whenever you get fire shamans, it's stupid. So fire shamans, whenever you're pushing GRs, they basically just eat up your they basically just eat up your Squirt's necklace. So right now, whenever you're using Squirt's necklace, you just get killed. Okay. So I was gonna let you press the thing when you're alive, but I'll press it. Man, so preparing for next season, for example, you want to have Dawn, as soon as you can. Yeah, still really weak because you don't have the Dawn for your vengeance, so it's very unfortunate, especially if you didn't have a Dawn like for like the entire 1200 paragons. Do you have an elusive ring by chance? Because that will also help when pushing. And then if you need more and more damage, then obviously use COE. But then if you keep dying, it really doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, so, the other part that I would say is that this season, the Echoing Nightmares don't really help with the situation because the Echoing Nightmares just give you levels and that's it. So it also doesn't help, teaching people how to play a build for pushing. So that's another reason why, if you look at the patch notes, if you have not yet looked at the patch notes, they're actually, taking the experience points by a lot. I mean, the experience gained by a lot from the Echoing Nightmares is because, one, people use it just to gain paragons, but two, realistically, it really doesn't teach much more about the pushing aspect. And then three, when you do those Echoing Nightmare speed runs with other people, you might not even have the chance to sort gear. So you just keep salvaging or you keep ignoring loot. So then you don't also like gain anything out of it except paragons. So those are like the three little things. Where's the last cub? Where did the last cub go? There he is. So I just decided to use elusive just because. Just makes it. But I just got chain locked. And people talk about wallers being like, easy. I just got locked in place. And I don't really want to do 90s. That's the problem. I mean, why there's no Dawn? Guess if I got this all res boots, please drop an all resist boots so that I can give it to you. Because we want to give you upgrades. Okay, this is an all resist boots. Nice. So you want to wear that. Oh, elusive ring. Nice. Uh, yours is yours is better. Yours is fine. Yours, you can keep it untouched. Yours is perfectly fine. Until you get more paragons, what you want to do on your pair of gloves is to change the dexterity to area damage. Okay? But now, for now, you don't touch it. Your gloves is perfectly fine. But yeah, you can extract that elusive ring and put that in a cube for now because convention, if you keep dying, you don't deal any damage anyway. Yeah, yeah, just extract the ring and put it onto the. Yep, it will help for a little bit for now as well until you get the dawn, because dawn is like the biggest. Yeah, you want to use that. Wear that instead because demon hunters you want all resist. So for example, this is the paired I'm using. So you want all resist version eventually. And then you can also compare people on the leaderboard if you want, whether to check what kind of boots they're wearing. And then because strafe is not the main damage dealer, you don't need strafe. And I know it's 5 minutes. Fourth thing, yeah, the cluster arrow. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, yeah. So on that pair of boots, just roll cluster arrow to armor. But it's not a, it's not like a pair of boots that is like really good or anything. The rolls are really low, so just roll off cluster arrow to something else. Don't spend too much materials on it because it's not worth it. All I'm giving you is to understand that you want all resist on your gear, and your chest piece gives you an opportunity for all resist, but then your health pool isn't there. So it's better to have the 15% life. Yeah. So just do a few rolls for armor. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, so let's see what else can we do. Okay, so let's change your blood vengeance to awareness. Yeah, I'm not using awareness just because I could if I want. Yeah, let's just try to like not let you go down too far, and we can just go 101, I guess. It's ridiculous though. And then for the elusive ring, just make sure you're hitting the smoke screen as as best you can. So as long as your smoke screen is up, your elusive ring is up. And then when you spin, um, speed runs, you can go straight like that. But when you're pushing, don't do don't go too crazy like that. You have to do a few circles yourself to kill stuff. But now you should be living a lot better because of elusive ring until you get your dawn. So in speed runs like GR90s or something, you can just keep going straight like what you were doing. But eventually, the higher you go, you have to stall a little longer. So now you know you're not dropping as dead. And obviously, I'm not because I'm using elusive ring. But it's kind of awkward because again, GR9 130, I died like 2 times or so, and in the 104 I died 4 times. It's ridiculous. There you go. Now you're having a bit more fun, okay? just need just need to start stocking up the right pieces of gear because Echoing Nightmares just give you a lot of the paragons. Yeah, I saw you stood in the blast. Man, I'm not seeing any dawns. At least we got you an elusive ring so far. Oh, nice. Yes. So, yeah, that's one piece for pushing. Good luck on the rolls. For follower. All right. So on that one, do you do you still have a lot of those GIF socket weapon? So you want to socket the weapon and then roll out the strafe for area damage. Yeah, that's just the gold routes just for follower in case you. Yeah, these are for follower. Okay, so you have one. Okay, yeah, that Vala is okay to use. So use that on the Vala because that Vala is fine. What you want to do is roll strafe. Oh wait, after you socket it, roll strafe out for area damage. So like, just like kind of like what I've been using. Mine is not the best either. It's not, but I rolled out the strafe for area damage. And the only reason I'm linking is to show you that I'm adding area damage, not to show primals. I know I showed 2 primals, but wow, you're getting your 24s that quickly? That's insane, by the way. That's that's actually insane. I mean, knowing that we just got you crystals, and yeah, so that's great. So now we're just dawn away. Well, I mean, well, this season, um, so this season I actually tried to reforge Squirt's necklaces. Okay, it took me a long time to get good Squirt's necklace for God DH. Okay, but the Squirt's necklace um that my that I got from reforging went to the Marauder side. Yeah, so yeah, I mean in my stream screen I would show you all the 57, 56, 57 primals that I got, but I think I can only use like 4 or 5 of them. Um yeah, but that Squirt's necklace right there that I linked, I got that from reforging, and I really want that for my God DH. So I wanted it to be the cold version, but I got a fire version, and I'm like, oh well, I can use it for my Marauder side. But if I had been done, you know, um, I would have full like ancient practically, and then I have a different focus ring. But earlier today, I actually almost managed to push 130 without the other ring, because the other ring would give me more lightning resist, because I'm actually low on lightning resist. So the other ring um, will actually balance out all my resist to 1.4k each. But I'm actually surprised that I almost did a 130 earlier today. Like on the first, after I tried some Marauders, I actually got my 130. It was a 15-minute 35. I was like 35 seconds. But I got really bad Rift Guardian. I got Choker, and Choker is like number one, if not number two worst. I have a highlight of it. I already made a highlight of it. So, but there were other things that I could have done better in there. It would have been a 1459, I would say, if I had cleared it properly. It would have been a 1459. So it would have been just barely. If I account for everything that went wrong, that certain things that I made mistakes for, and what time I wasted, it would have been a 1459. All right, we have shield, so we can just yeah. So when you're pushing, you just have to like, stay in the vicinity of monsters for like 3 more seconds. Make some semicircles or something. Uh, that will help a lot. Yeah, Stone Singer is the next one that I don't want to see in my push attempts as well. Still no Dawn here, but let's see if the pair of boots is ancient this time. And then maybe the pants can fix your pants a bit. Okay, if it's ancient, it'll be helpful. But okay, this is ah. So this is ancient boots, but it's not great. I mean, it's not good for. It's not good with the. It doesn't have all resist, but it's ancient. So at least the stats are pretty good though. It's above 600 each, so you can wear them if you want. It's not a big deal. Oops, man. But yeah, so at least you got an ancient pair of boots, I guess. But it's not a good one. And on that on that one, we changed the fourth line again to armor. I mean, it's unfortunate that it isn't an all resist version, but fire is still painful. So it's not it's not the end of the world. Ah, okay. So here's the here's the thing about that one. No, no, no. Okay, so in this case, while it seems good, the problem with with this one is that it's a 53%. So you don't even want to spend a socket on it. What you want to do for this one is actually so what I want you to do is when you are spending shards the next time, spend shards on the quivers. Okay? You want to extract it and then just equip a quiver, even with Valas. Okay, so in the beginning, I got this. Let me show you. Um, in the beginning, I got like I think on the third week or something. On the third week, I got this. So normally I don't get 600%. Okay, but I got an ancient that was 600%. So I was using not this not this Vala. I was using a previous Vala. Okay. Uh, still have it. I'm sure. Not that one. Okay, it was this one, I think. No, this one. Well, this one came later. So this was my first one. This was my first Vala. Okay, it didn't have life per hit. And then I did my GR116 no augments. Um, I failed the first try, but after I failed that first try, I was fighting the Rift Guardian, and then I fought the Rift Guardian. I killed it, and then I got this version with the life per hit. And then a few runs later, I think it's a sixth try or something, I got my clear. Okay, I got my my clear. So I was using Valas and that ninth satchel. So whatever rolls better, you can just use it, even with Vala and the ninth satchel. That Dawn is 53%. You can't use it. What what Dawns you can use, however, is minimum 63. Like, I mean, 62 is like very bare minimum, but you want 63%. And so the lower the legendary passive, the more cooldown you need. So when you mentioned you had 38, unfortunately at 38 you still want 65. Okay? And then the problem with right now your gloves, okay, when your gloves is at 7, you don't want to touch this. 7 is still fine. You just need, you know, way better stuff on the other places. Like what? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so you want to do this, and then you well, right now after you did this though, now you don't have any damage, right? So this will help you with the vengeance. But then you want to gamble for the quivers now to get the right one. Yeah. So if you're using this bow, the Yangs, you want to have the quiver equipped on you. And then if you want to use Valas, you can as well. And then just have the yeah, yes. So okay, so on that version, it's really nice. It's reasonable. So what you want to change is not you don't use Rain of Vengeance. You want to change that to crit hit chance. So yes, so for now you don't have to use the Vala if you don't want to. You can use the Yang's bow, and then all you do is change that Rain of Vengeance to crit hit chance. So you have a decent offhand. Yes. So perfect. While you do that, I'm gonna spend my shards. 9.5 is good. Yeah. Make sure you're using it so you maintain your damage. All right. So now you should have. Okay. So you're using the new weapon. That's good. That's fine. This is completely fine too. So now your only issue will be um you know if you ever uh if you ever got too used to how the bow reduces the cost of something, now if you get any speed pylons, you will start draining resources. But this is the setup that can help you push. So what you want to change for pushing is Vengeance C to Dark Heart if you're pushing. So if we do like 105 plus, you would do Dark Heart. Okay. Let me see what else that we can fix. Nothing much really outside of crit hit chance on the focus. I think you're already much better. And then obviously, eventually we want a better Squirts necklace. So we're almost set. Just need like a few better things. But this should be a lot better. The pants, unfortunately, it has armor. So if your pair of pants had instead of the armor line, it would have vitality. You would have proper vitality. And then if it had the vitality, then your chest piece we can go all resist instead. So it's just about so my favorite thing to do when I teach this it's called shifting of stats. Okay, so you shift things around to get. I mean, I don't know how many times you've converted gems, but you can. Yeah, so we'll go to Act Two. I know it's a I know it's a little annoying that you have to convert from marquees or something, but you want to turn your gems. Okay, so what you want to do is, your marquee, turn it to imperial and stop. Okay, stop at imperials, right? So for example, which one was your highest? So use your highest number one. Uh, is it the ruby? Yeah. So change the rubies to imperial rubies. Yeah. So turn them all to imperial tier, or most of them, like, 81 or something, or maybe less. But turn them to like imperial rubies, and then and then depending on what your well, focus ring needs emeralds, right? And we need emeralds anyway. So then you go here and buy the essence of emeralds. And I know it's 500,000 or anything, but just convert all 81 nine times. What is your credit chance by now? So 6, 14.5, 20.5, 22, and then 32, 38. Yeah, so you want to change to Imperial Emeralds and then turn your focus ring to Create Chance. Yeah, and I could easily have been Essence of Emerald. You want to buy the essence that you're converting to words. Essence of Emerald. So then you put your imperial rubies and then put the emerald essence in there, and it'll do 9 by 9 by 9 by 9. And the reason I've been doing the 100 something is because you're already at Paragon 1200 something. So I just didn't want to do 90s for, like, I mean, sure, we won't die ever, hopefully, but like, it's I would rather, gain like half a bar for you at minimum. So that's why we were doing the hundreds, 100 plus. I know it's not efficient in time or anything, but yeah. Yeah, so this is the way that you would get um enough Imperials to do more rerolls for your jewelry. Like, all these pieces need emerald, and then the restraint needs um amethyst, you know. So this is the way to do convert for rerolling jewelry. Now, if you're wanting to get enough gems for augments, like all those augments, you have to convert, you know, carefully. So what you want to do, okay, so I can teach you, since the converting gems is 9 by 9 by 9, right? So here, for example, I have so many amethysts, right? So what I do is I turn them I just type 81, okay? And then I turn these to 27. So so let's say you only have 9 here. So let's say you only have 9. So you don't want to convert this nine to three flawless royal because you have to go 9 by 9 by 9, right? And augment, you need flawless royal. So if you're preparing for augments and you're converting gems, you want to make sure that you're just buying one essence of emerald and then converting the nine before you turn to the last destination, the last tier. Don't go to the last tier first. Do the one before so that you're converting this nine into into the emeralds so that you get three actual emeralds like this. So you get three flawless royal emeralds. Because if you convert it straight away from 27, well, unless you have the right 9 by 9, you'll get stuck at the highest level, and then you'll need to work from the beginning to get, the bare minimum. So for example, if you don't see what I mean in my explanation, is that, for example, if I did this and I got 6, well, now I'm stuck. Now I have to, I mean, I have enough gems here, so it's kind of misleading. But if I was in your position and I got 6 now, flawless royal amethyst, I'm stuck. I have to wait another day of farming gems before I can do this. So don't go to the last tier if you can't convert. So always convert first before you reach the last final destination tier. Yeah. Yep. No problem. Yeah, I should have done 27. I was just, yeah. So your focus ring, have we fixed it? Or did you get unlucky? Okay. So eventually you want to get your focus ring to crit hit chance, because I think your crit hit chance is a little under. Yeah, yeah. So you want to get that focus ring to crit hit chance, and then you'll get your 50%. And then um as soon as you get a better squirts necklace with crit hit chance, like, I mean, hopefully with crit hit chance and crit hit damage at some point, then you can start moving and shifting back to crit hit damage. But your goal is to get to 50 over 50% crit hit chance first. That's all there is to it. So the funny part about my gear is that I'm almost 1 to 10 ratio. If you've heard about this 1 to 10 ratio before, um that's where this is where the setup goes. I have 53 crit hit chance, and then my crit hit damage is at 576. And since in the solo I have my scoundrel, I have like a 1 to 10 ratio basically, because I use a scoundrel instead of an enchantress. So I have that 1 to 10 ratio. But you'll get your 1 to 10 ratio eventually, when you use two weapons. The offhand method is, um depending on how good your quiver is, you know. So, like I said, I've used a quiver 600% and yours is 597, so it's not a big deal. It's 3% off or anything like that. And I'm sure if you check the leaderboard, some people actually use quivers so as well. So, it's not a big deal. It's just that if you use a quiver, your crit hit chance and crit hit damage will it's like one is going to be higher than the other, like way higher than the other. Until you use two weapons, then it will kind of start being more balanced. So yeah, this will help you get your crit hit, critical hits, you know. And I mean, your damage should be. Do you augment your focus? You can. I mean, okay, so this season, last season and this season, we get these really easily. The augment things really easily. So I would say augment your shoulders and augment your rings to dexterity. Make sure you have make sure you have the flawless royal emeralds. Okay. So for every gem, now that you have a lot of gems and you know how to convert, you should convert whichever whichever all the way to emeralds. And you want to do that all the way to the one tier before if you have enough gold. Okay. I mean, I think you have enough gold to do this. Um, but basically you want to make sure you are augmenting dexterity. So you have like three ancient pieces. If you can augment all three, that will be great. That will increase your damage yet again. Only two for now. That's good. That's fine. So let's see. Shoulders. Nice. Good. Good. That's good that you gained two. So now your damage increased from the helmet, right? Um. Nah. I think the one you're using is better because you still need the cooldown because you're still short of cooldowns. I mean, eventually you want proper amount of cooldowns. Right now you're good for vengeance, but eventually once you start getting ancients and replacing stuff, you might not have the right number, and so you want to have the right cooldown. And then it's like 548 and yours is 597, so you drop too much. But yeah, so I was just going to summarize that, your crit hit chance, you gain damage here, your pants. Okay, so we so what we did today was the crit hit chance on your helmet, the pants gave you more damage, you got a new Valas for density gameplay. Okay, you got the build setup going, and then we got you more critical hit chance as well. So your damage should have gone up. So the only thing now that we really really need to hope for is a Squirt's necklace correctly. And as you keep playing, you want to look for a dawn like kind of like this. Okay, you want to have area damage, cooldown, and at least 63% so that you can actually use on your weapon like as a weapon rather than in the cube. And then you'll play the your usual previously where your quiver is in the cube. Okay. So that will help a lot. So your damage should have gone up from that 1 million to like whatever else. Okay. So I'll let you go first. and we can take different directions. And if you can handle two-player like this, you can handle in solo. And I'm also looking at your kill log, by the way. So, are you having trouble with the elites? Yeah, you are. Okay, let's grab the shield for you. So after this GR, I'll tell you why I use I'll tell you why I have my hungering arrow like this, okay? Now, it's not for everyone, okay? And I know that you're probably used to the way that you're doing things as well, but it gives you also a peace of mind if you need to like, if you're mentally thinking too much about the shift, the force standstill, wherever it is, you know, then you might not be paying attention to your damage or to how you're like strafing around. I want to watch you out. That's why I'm not killing, by the way. I wanted to watch. Okay. But I'll tell you the reason after this GR, like why I'm using why why my hungering arrow is in a weird spot. And just now I died purposely because I was wanting to see like what your damage output was like. Hope this Dawn is good so that I can give it to you. Same with the pair of boots. Hopefully it's an all resist version. But I mean your damage is, has definitely increased. Just have to get a bit more used to how you move. Okay, this is not okay, this is a 55, so it's not it. I'll drop it for you to do some rerolls if you bother to reroll, but it's kind of costly. Okay, so don't do it. I just drop you an extra one in case you want to have a version to do those reforges. So let me go one last thing about my skill bar. Okay, outside of the vaulting and the outside of the vaulting. All right, let's see. All right, focus mind, vanishing powder. Okay, I just want to double, triple check. Okay, so in the proper setup, you want to change that wolf companion to fan of knives. So we'll just play until you hit 1275, and then you try to do your sum of your 100 something as you go, and just get a hang of your what your damage can do. Because I was watching you and you were doing fine, but I just think that it's probably because it's two players, so your damage might not be there just yet. But if you can see that your damage is reasonable, then when you get back to solo, it's gonna be easy. Okay, so we'll just play until you hit 1275. Wow. See, now these maps are really frustrating because whomever starts first engages, and then you know it gets really stupid. And then sometimes there's like no monsters near the door, then the other person pulls stuff to the door. So that's really stupid. So I'm not using Vault anymore because I swapped it to the proper. So you see how I'm stalling around because I need to kill the elites, right? But as you go higher, you want to make sure you're pulling as you go. So yes, you're moving correctly, but you have to bring the elite with you as best you can. So you want to keep going, but you don't want to keep going too far where you're not even like cleaning things up. You want to stay in the screen for like, you know, 5 to 10 seconds. Like each screen of monsters, you want to stay about 5 to 10 seconds. But yeah, definitely, get to 1275 and then you can try your GR 100 and keep going from there. I know it's sounds silly to go from 100, but just do 100 and then 104 and slowly climb up so that you get the hang of staying around. Because if you just do 90s and stuff, then you kill too fast, you just keep moving forward, but you actually don't. As you push, you're not actually moving forward too much. The only time you move forward, wow, that's a bad pack. That's a really bad pack, by the way. Um, the only time you move forward is if you actually want to skip stuff, like actual skipping, not just like, not just like to dodge things, but you're actually skipping stuff. So, like for example, that pack you actually want to move forward as quickly as you can away from it. But generally, whenever you see an elite, you need to stay for a little longer in order to kill it. So we'll get you to 1274, and then you can practice more on your own. Oh, hopefully these drops will help you. And also your damage isn't there is because your weapon is not ancient yet. So that's another issue that you have. Okay, this is a more reasonable one. So this boots is better. So wear this. That's better than the one that I gave you earlier. Okay. Oh, finally I get ancient gnats. Okay, this Vala is bad. This quartz necklace is terrible. Very nice. So change that um dexterity to socket. Congrats. That's very helpful. That's a huge damage increase. So turn the dexterity to socket, just like mine. Just like mine. So change the dexterity to socket. Yeah, so now with that amulet, need to get more gems? Yeah. Convert or did you run out? Did you run did you run completely out from all the marquees even? So we need to do okay, so yeah, okay. Man, you run completely out, huh? You went all crazy converting like when I asked you to. That's crazy. Okay, so um after this GR, we can run, your puzzle rings or something. This is a bad floor, by the way, as in all the fire shamans. So fire shamans give like practically no progress, even though they said that they changed it in the PTR before season 26. This is actually really, really terrible. Like with this map, we should have had we should have had like I would say more than 40% progress by now. But with the fire shamans like this, we had to kill elites to get to 40%. So let's do puzzle rings. After we hit 1275 or something, let's just do some puzzle rings. Oh, it must be over here. Yep. I was like trying to see like where the heck could the exit be? So with a shield pylon, you can play like this because your Squirt's necklace is effectively active 100%. So you can play a bit more like faster when your Squirt's necklace is active. Yeah, you want to be careful not to be right underneath the maiden. Oh, I forgot to spend, huh? All right. So after this, we'll do some puzzle rings. I mean, if you want. Spend because you need your gems, so you want to do your, some. Okay, make sure you change to the Boon of the Hoarder. Or I mean, if you or if you really want to save your, do you have Broken Crown in your? We don't have to do it together. I was just thinking, if you have Broken Crown, then just do it solo. Never mind. I don't need your puzzle rings. I was just thinking to do them together. But if you have Broken Crown, then you want to do it solo. The regular puzzle rings. Do you have a Broken Crown on your follower? Because if you have a Broken Crown, you should do it solo. I just want you to min max. No, Broken Crown. So you want something like this because then you put, you know, the gems that you'll get, even though your socketed right now is um diamond, you'll still get, imperial diamonds extra, and then you convert from the diamonds to emeralds. So that with this, it helps you. So I can show you again my follower. So my scoundrel follower. Okay, you don't have it on, then we can just do puzzle rings together. Yeah. Eventually, if you want gems, you will want to have a broken crown on your follower. But if your follower is for pushing or something, then you use like, blind faith or Mempo of Twilight or Kane's helmet. like any of those three for pushing. But if you're farming for gems, like either regular rift or puzzle rings, then you want to have a broken crown eventually. So yeah, we'll just do, two or three of your puzzle rings, and then um, hopefully you get enough gems to get your socket for that squares necklace, and then turn that dexterity to socket because that's gonna be huge. Yeah, and then since you had the boon of the hoarder, then you kill stuff just in case you need gold. You can kill stuff, right? And for T16, you don't have to use Dark Heart. You can switch back. So you might run out of resources at some point. I mean, if you're going forward like that, you probably won't lose resources, but eventually you will. Make sure you're picking up your gems. I mean, it's good that no, now you're gonna run out of resources. I'm not just trying to let you do this for being lazy. I just want you to have your gold additionally from your hoarder because if I kill stuff, I'm benefiting from gold and you're not. So, I mean, marginally. So, now that we're back on Torment 16, you can just use Seath Rune on a Vengeance, and you should fare a bit better. Um, but if you really, really, really want to have no issues, okay, just swap back to the Yangs for T16. So you would use the Yangs and ninth the ninth satchel, and you'll be even better for Torment 16. And that's why people love that bow, okay? Because of the resource cost reduction. They love it for the resource cost reduction. So you should just use Yangs and ninth satchel, and you'll have no issues. Oh, I just got a broken crown, so I'll ID it and give it to you. There you go. At the stash. Yeah, so you can just do that and then yeah. Um pick this up. Pick up the freeze of deflection as well. Give that to your Templar if your Templar doesn't have one yet. So why the Templar? You ask. Well, if you're doing Marauder or something, the Marauder push at the end, um, you know, just in case for the Templar, you can have it for your Templar because Marauder at the end, the Templar heals a lot. So yeah. Anyway, so now that you have a broken crown for your follower, you can just do your own your own vaults. I I appreciate you sharing as well. Oh, okay. Okay, let's just do one more then. Let's just do one more. I was just thinking that, you might as well take advantage of the broken crown for your solo stuff. But we can do. Oh, were you wearing it now? You might have lost damage if you're wearing it on yourself. Yeah, make sure you loot your stuff. But after this vault, I appreciate you sharing the vaults. After this one, I gotta go for lunch as well anyway, and we got you to your 1275. And I also gave you probably too much additional information that doesn't really concern you, but I hope it helps either way, you know. But it's better that you practice in solo as well because you don't see the damage that you're dealing if I'm in the game. But you did get a good Squirt's necklace, like a really good one. So, and then your roles joining me before you even got like more stuff fixed, right? You got like those rolls from the Mystic Lady really quickly. So there are benefits. Nah. I mean it's about the same because it has your 6 cooldown, but realistically you don't this is not better because you're going to lose your vitality from the one that you have currently. So it's not better. And it's not ancient yet, so you want ancient weapons anyway. So all right, I have to go. Um I hope that it helps. You do some practice on your own as you go. GR 100, do GR 100 onwards and kind of get the hang of it. Remember that you want to use Dark Heart for pushing. So the higher you go, if you're dying again, just use. Yeah, no problem. I hope you learned something, even though I died at the 104. It's kind of embarrassing that I died several times in the 104s, But I hope you learned some stuff, and I hope that when you play, on in your solo with that Squirt's necklace again, once again, dexterity to socket. Don't ruin it. It's cold, right? I'm pretty sure I saw cold damage, so keep that cold damage. Yeah, make sure. No problem. Make sure you keep the cold damage on there. Don't ruin a good one. Okay, don't ruin that Squirt's necklace. It's really good. Roll the dexterity to socket.